We are going to heat things up today. In fact, we flipped the calendar page. It's now summer, the first day of June. The perfect time to get the family outside and start enjoying that great outdoor space. But how do you truly make that area unique? Joining us, we have Trevor Hill with Trevor Hill Design to help you maximize your outdoor living space. Trevor, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too. Thanks for having me on.
This is always a great topic because, well, you do fabulous design inside, but even though we're cold most of the year, well, maybe that's why. It's cold most of the year, so when it warms up, we love to be outside. Do you help people kind of also design and decorate their outdoor space?
Absolutely, yeah. And I've even done some commercial spaces as well. But yeah, usually the very first question, and people at home can ask themselves this question is, how do you use the space? What are you needing the space for? Do you entertain? Is it just for your family? And then from there, seems like such a simple question, but it really is a big question. And you really need to nail that down because you can have a beautiful space, but you really need to make sure it's functional, especially because we just have that limited time that, in our climate to have that amazing outdoor space. From there, then define your spaces. If you have enough area, of course, you can have a dining area, you can have a living room area, a fire pit, if you will. So really get into defining those spaces. And then from there, so right there, a fire pit, for example. And that client actually has a few spaces. They have a fire pit area, and then they have a living room area and kind of right over there. The living room area is on the left, the dining area is on the right, and then you can see the fire pit is off in the distance. So that's a great example of defining those spaces. And then, of course, the next part would be add some fun, add some color, or if you don't want color, that's okay too, but add in some of those pillows, things you can switch out, area rugs. There's a lot of fun things you can do. This is a fun example. Actually, this sectional in this photo, this is at a client's lake home. That sectional is custom made. So we actually got the sectional off of Wayfair, and then we reupholstered it with indoor-outdoor upholstery, and they truly had a one-of-a-kind piece. And then we got those pillows from Home Goods. I think we got one of them from McNeil and Friends. But the nice thing is, it looks indoor, but it's actually outdoor, all of those accessories. And that was another key piece I wanted to really touch base on is make sure you are using outdoor materials for your outdoor space. I constantly see people use indoor pillows out there. They might be down-filled. Just think of the moisture that gets in there. And also just cleanliness, make sure it doesn't get moldy, dirty. And area rugs are another one. People will think, oh, well, this is an area rug I just have laying around. I'll throw it outside and make it pretty, but it's going to fade really quickly. You have to make sure you're using the correct materials for those spaces too. And then, it really saves you money in the long run because if you have an outdoor material, it's going to have that longevity and last you, and you don't have to replace it so often.
That's why you are the expert. That totally makes sense. Because at first you were calling it the living room space and the dining room space. I'm like, yeah, there's no difference between inside and outside. But I love that. You want it to be so comfortable in your living room space outside that you just consider it part of your house. It's not roughing it in your lawn chair anymore.
Right. And I did send over a couple photos. I don't know if they have them ready to queue up, but right there, that actually is a client's home. That sofa is an outdoor sofa, and we actually put it on the inside, and it's just amazing, but that actually is meant to be outside. And eventually, once their sofa comes in, that was custom ordered, that will be going outside. But oh my goodness, honestly, look at that. Doesn't it look like it's an indoor sofa?
It does.
Yeah, so your space doesn't have to look outdoor. You can bring in there right there, the chair, in fact, the coffee table, the poof, that round poof that's right next to the coffee table, and that accent chair on the left, all of those are outdoor. And the materials, so these are all companies right there that I can source directly, so they can contact me if they like something they see in these photos. But it's just really, really fun to see those in a different space, inside in indoor space, because, you know, it just shows you can make your outdoors look indoor.
I love it. I feel like you don't really follow the rules, and that's okay. Like you're breaking all the rules, and it looks fabulous.
Good. I mean, isn't that what they say? Rules are meant to be broken?
I think so. Well, we only have like a minute left, but what are you seeing that's really trending for outdoor spaces right now?
Yeah, well, actually, thank you for bringing that up. It's kind of what I was just talking about. I feel like people are now at the point where they want their outdoors to really be an extension of their indoor space. So they want it to feel like it's an indoor space. So that sofa that's currently sitting in the client's indoor space, I mean, buy one of those, put it out there. It doesn't have to feel like, oh, and now we're in our outdoor space. It really should be an extension of your home. And get the most use out of it you can.
I love it, making the most out of your budget. Okay, real quick, how do people get a hold of you, Trevor?
They can go on my website, trevorhilldesign.com. Phone, contact, all of that's on there. Also, they can reach us through Curated. That's the new retail store we have, curatedbythd.com. And then also, Instagram, Facebook.
You are everywhere.
Just get a hold of me.
Just get a hold of him. He's great. Trevor, thank you so much for your time. Your space is beautiful. Great design.
Thank you.
All right, coming up here on North Dakota Today, we're talking about a little R&R with our good friend, Dr. Renee Renardi.